Yo, what's up, people? It's your boy. I'm Chris the Don One, and I am back with another video. Man, this is going to get hot and juicy. I'm not going to be on much long, maybe 5 minutes, 6 minutes. Yo, Onyx, what's up? We're about to get into Stephen A. Smith. Screaming A. Smith is furious. He is furious at LeBron James. He is mad in a major way. But first, let me give y'all a brief background between these two. Now, when LeBron James and Stephen A. Smith, they were cool. They were tight when his first stint with Cleveland and when he went to the Miami Heat. Now, Stephen A. Smith had some harsh words for LeBron James on his first, when he left Cleveland to go to Miami. Basically, Stephen A. Smith referred to the decision. He didn't mind for LeBron James going to Miami. However, the way how he handled it was misguided and it was wrong. And pretty much they have fallen off. At first, Stephen A. Smith was real tight with LeBron James. LeBron James would communicate back and forth with Stephen A. Smith, and not so much now, all right? Now, Stephen A. Smith is also kind of upset that LeBron James deferred to other reporters, like Chris Broussard, okay? Even when Chris Broussard was with ESPN, LeBron James was referring to him, as well as I forgot the other reporter name. He used to be a reporter for Brian Windhorst. Yeah, he used to be the beat writer for the Cleveland Cavaliers. When ESPN found out he had a great and strong relationship with LeBron James, they hired him, and now he's working with the worldwide leader of sports. Partly the reason why he got that job at ESPN. And don't get me wrong, he's very, very talented. But the main reason why he got that job was he was close to LeBron James, since no one else on ESPN other than Chris Broussard. Okay, so that's why he got that job. All right, I'm not saying that he's not talented. I'm just saying basically he got that job because of his influence with LeBron James. All right. So when LeBron James was with Miami, he will grant one-on-one interviews with several reporters, okay, but not Stephen A. Smith. And Stephen A. Smith, it rubbed him the wrong way. Yes, Stephen A. Smith was a little bit critical to LeBron James, particularly in the NBA Finals. When they played the Dallas Mavericks, he basically said LeBron James stunk up the joint. He performed very, very bad, I might add, but I think Stephen A. Smith exaggerated a little bit too much of his performance. LeBron James didn't like it, and that even fueled their feud, okay? When he went back to Cleveland, they was trying to work on something, but the one thing about LeBron James is when you cross his path, or if you say or do something to him, he has a hard time forgetting those things. Okay, let me start my car up and get some air in this place. Okay, I'm gonna try not to curse. Okay, so yeah, LeBron James. It takes a while for LeBron James to ultimately get back in LeBron James' good graces. Okay, now comes the Cleveland Cavaliers first championship in Cleveland in a long time. Everybody was riding the high horse. I think last year they was trying to mend their relationship somewhat, and when they lost to the Golden State Warriors, once again Stephen A. Smith was critical of LeBron James, and basically said in this year's NBA Finals, basically LeBron James was only concerned about averaging a triple-double, being the first individual to average a triple-double. let's be fair and let's be honest. Everyone saw the writing on the wall. LeBron saw it. You know, if you're not honest with yourself as a Cleveland Cavalier player, you even saw the writing on the wall. Even a lot of ESPN analysts saw it as well, that in order for the Cleveland Cavaliers to beat the Golden State Warriors this year, one or two things had to happen, maybe both. Somebody got injured, like Steph Curry or the Durantula, and someone had a very, very bad performance, an off night. Klay Thompson was the closest, but still, at the end of the day, they still beat Cleveland in 5 games. Kyrie Irving was very upset in that finals appearance, that loss. He felt like the team wasn't really trying as hard as he was, okay? And he also felt like LeBron James was real comfortable in averaging, being the first individual to average a triple-double in the finals. I think LeBron James was thinking, well, look, I know it's going to be a hard time beating these guys. And I think LeBron James gave up a little bit, and he was just worried more about himself, okay? Not to mention on the fact, throughout last year, he was talking about the team is too top-heavy. He needs more help. Basically illustrating to the press that the team that he has right now is just not good enough. That includes Kyrie Irving. Kyrie Irving did the best he could do in that particular situation. And by the way, excuse me about that. By the way, when you talk about that performance, Kyrie Irving defended Steph Curry very, very well, and he had some off moments. He tried to, the team was down 4. He tried to get them back. He missed a shot, and then the last 3 possessions, LeBron James took it. Now, normally, LeBron James dominates, you know, the whole game until the final 2 minutes, and then he let Kyrie Irving do his thing. All right. Now, yes, Kyrie Irving, when he signed that extension with the Cleveland Cavaliers, Dan Gilbert, as well as the rest of the Cleveland Cavalier organization, basically told him that this is his team. They're going to have players around him that's going to attribute to his talent. They was going to run a faster pace flow. They even, David Blatch, the European coach, they was going to add him. Kyrie Irving was cool with all that. He signed the extension. 11 days later, LeBron James, I'm coming home. Okay, that went down. And I thought when LeBron James got signed to Cleveland, Kyrie Irving, you know, if Kyrie Irving could do it again, he probably would have paused on that extension. Okay. But nevertheless, he made do of what available in front of him. Okay, so he tried to appease LeBron James and swallow some of his pride just a little bit, as long as the team was successful. Okay, and he did it for 3 years. All right, now Kyrie Irving wants a trade. A lot of people think that Kyrie Irving wants a trade because he wants to be the man somewhere else. That's partially right. But the other reason is, and a lot of people don't talk about this, including NBA insiders, is that LeBron James is gone. All right. People think that he's going to sign an extension after, next summer. If he wanted to do that, he could do that now, right? He's got 1 year left, right? Why are you waiting? I think LeBron James is going to play out his contract, and he's thinking about going someplace else because he's still chasing rings. And if you look at the Cleveland Cavaliers presently constructed now, they need more pieces, but they don't have parts that other teams won't. They overpaid for Christian Thompson. I told you that from day one. They overpaid Christian Thompson, and the reason why they overpaid Christian Thompson, because he was LeBron James' agency handled Christian Thompson, all right? They overpaid J.R. Smith. J.R. Smith was cool with LeBron James. They overpaid for him. Iman Shumpert, that's a contract you just simply cannot get rid of, okay? Nobody wants Iman Shumpert, okay? Matter of fact, they got Iman Shumpert with J.R. Smith from the Knicks. The Knicks was willing to let those two players go because they wanted to get those players off the books. Now, the Cleveland Cavaliers are stuck. They had an opportunity to get rid of J.R. Smith or pay him less, and they signed him to the max. The same thing could be said for Christian Thompson. I felt like there are tons of players out there that can give you that same type of performance as Christian Thompson did in the finals, and you can pay that individual much, much less than what you're paying Christian Thompson right now, okay? So the Cleveland Cavaliers' future is in limbo. There is no future, all right? The only way the Cleveland Cavaliers can get better for next summer is, as far as the next 5 years down the road, is they're going to have to trade a piece that teams want. They don't want Kevin Love. Kevin Love is overpaid as well. No one wants Kevin Love. I mean, they want Kevin Love, the player, but they don't want his contract. You understand what I'm saying? As far as Kyrie Irving, he's more of the attractive piece. A team like the Heat may give them draft picks plus players that they can use for this year. The San Antonio Spurs, they can offer the Cleveland Cavaliers draft picks, okay? Something that they can use for the future. When you talk about the Minnesota Timberwolves, you can get back Andrew Wiggins, but I was on the record saying that when LeBron James went back to the Cleveland Cavaliers on his second stint, he should have kept Andrew Wiggins. Andrew Wiggins could have been your Scottie Pippen, and you could have developed him. And with Andrew Wiggins, Kyrie Irving, and yourself, LeBron James, I still felt like that was good enough to even win one championship, okay? I think LeBron James overestimated Kevin Love, and now he's come to the realization that, we should have never signed Kevin Love, okay? So, a lot of crazy things going on. I feel like, ultimately, the Cleveland Cavaliers are kind of stuck, all right? There's no draft scenario that can make them better to beat the Golden State Warriors. So the only scenarios are in place is the future of Cleveland, okay? And I think Dan Gilbert is still trying to make LeBron James happy because he wants to sign him to a longer extension, okay? So as far as trading Kyrie Irving, you can get pieces for the future, but you're not going to get any pieces that's going to make this team better to compete with the Golden State Warriors. Okay, I'm sorry. It's just not there, all right? Yes, Derrick Rose is a decent piece, but like I told you guys a couple of days ago, if you're going to go ahead and sign Derrick Rose, you got him for the cheap, you got an MVP, you might as well keep Kyrie Irving, all right? And I know this is going to sound crazy. This is going to sound like blasphemy. But to me, to be perfectly honest with you, you can keep Kyrie Irving and Derrick Rose. Let Kyrie Irving play the point. Let Derrick Rose play the two. I think Derrick Rose at 28, his skills has disintegrated slightly. He doesn't have the explosiveness. He has some athleticism. He was never known to be making other players better. The floor vision, he had decent floor vision. He's a decent floor general, but he's not the true traditional point guard, all right? And neither is Kyrie Irving, but Kyrie Irving is much, much younger, and I think his decision-making is a lot better than Derrick Rose's decision-making. You can have both of them two as your guards. They're going to be your smallest guards as far as the East go, but they still will be able to come out of the East. I don't know what they're going to do with the Golden State Warriors with that small guard lineup. Kyrie Irving can probably guard Klay Thompson, and Derrick Rose can probably do some type of defense on Chef Curry, but Derrick Rose wasn't known for as a defensive presence either, all right? The other pieces that they have are decent. The pieces that they have, they can come out of the East, but as far as the Golden State Warriors go, they're still 1 or 2 pieces away to, you know, try to have a better series with the Golden State Warriors. Okay, so that's what's going on. Stephen A is livid. He feels like he's been betrayed because he knows the sources that are close to LeBron James, what they said, and LeBron James is on social media basically saying that, or implying that Stephen A. Smith lied. Okay, he needs to get better sources. Okay, and Stephen A's reputation is on the line. Okay, and if it turns out to be true that Stephen A. Smith made this up, his credibility is gonna go down the crapper. Okay, nobody is going to trust him. All right, and I feel like Stephen A. Smith do have some sources around LeBron James, and LeBron James has been talking to those sources. As far as who leaked out the information that Kyrie Irving wanted a trade, I think that had more to do with, you have to understand, out of the 3 entities, LeBron James, Dan Gilbert, and Kyrie Irving, who would benefit the most for leaking out this information? It's not going to benefit Dan Gilbert, because if you would have put this on ice, you could have gotten better assets for Kyrie Irving. Now, since the news broke out, a lot of teams are going to try to lowball you. When it comes to Kyrie Irving, it kind of limits to where you want to go, because now teams know that they can lowball Dan Gilbert, and they're going to try to get you on the cheap while keep some of their talent. Okay, the only person it possibly benefits is LeBron James' camp, and I explain to you why. Now LeBron James has an out, so when he leaves, he can say, look, I wanted to sign an extension. They traded Kyrie Irving, and the future doesn't look so good. I'm still trying to chase rings. I'm still trying to chase the greatest player of all time, Michael Jeffrey Jordan, and I can't do it on the team that's presently constructed, even though these are the players you picked, LeBron James. You picked Christian Thompson, J.R. Smith, Iman Shumpert. The Cleveland Cavaliers are going to be stuck with these players for a long period of time, including Kevin Love. And one will have to assume what they're going to look like next summer. They're going to definitely unload Kevin Love for whatever they can get out, as well as Christian Thompson. And they're just going to have to ride and die out with Iman Shumpert and J.R. Smith. Nobody wants those players. Those players are overpaid, okay? And they're older, all right? So it is what it is. We're just going to have to wait and hope that cooler heads are going to prevail. Me personally, I feel like Kyrie Irving is ultimately going to make the right decision. He's going to stay with Cleveland and just ride it out. And hopefully LeBron James can, you know, let the world know that he's committed to the Cleveland Cavaliers. By him being non-committal, Paul George did not want to go to Cleveland. Jimmy Butler did not want to go to Cleveland, all right, because of him being non-committal. And also the fact that Dan Gilbert fired David Griffin when he was getting ready to get one, if not both, of those players to the Cleveland Cavaliers organization. I thought that was bad timing. I know Dan Gilbert was trying to get David Griffin on the cheap, but when all else failed, just pay the man, all right? You already overspent for J.R. Smith, Iman Shumpert. You might as well overpay for this man and see if this man can get unload you. I mean, get rid of those salaries when you talk about J.R. Smith and Iman Shumpert, and try to get Kevin Love and try to get some pieces that's going to be beneficial for what you have with your core, LeBron James and Kyrie Irving. Okay, so that's all I gotta say, man. This went as far as I thought it was gonna go. Guys, tell me what you think. Rate, comment, subscribe. Please hit that notification bell on my notification tab, so you'll be informed when my next video or live stream is going down. It's your boy. I'm Don1, and I am out. Peace like hair grease, my brothers.